religion, but the older I get, the more I think there's got to be something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, most of the people are Christians, but Christianity doesn't make sense. The Christians either be converted to Islam or leave Christianity, uh, ended up in atheism.
Yeah.
So Islam is not like other religion. Islam is not a blind faith. We believe God is our creator. God is not a man. God is not son of man. God is not like anything in this universe. God created everything, and beside that, God created human being for a purpose. So this life is a test.
Yeah.
Allah says in chapter 67 of the Qur'an, verse number 2, الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. It is God who created the life and death to test you, which one of you is based in deeds. So Islam generally is a religion which guidance come from Creator for to guide humanity in the straight path. So if you have any kind of question or any criticism about Islam, so some question come in human's mind. So why is that? Why there is God? Why God created human being? If any kind of question, please ask to have a conversation.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm super interested. I don't know. I've done a lot of. I went to school for anthropology. I took a lot of religious anthropology classes. I know how shady Christianity has been since the get. All that kind of stuff. So I know a little bit. But I will read this for sure.
You know, in the very first page of the Quran is written Alif Lam Mim ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابَ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. Alif Lam Mim, this is the book. There is no doubt about it. It's a guidance for those who are mindful of God.
Yeah.
So, in this Quran, you will find the guidance for everyone. For the Christian, for the Jews, for atheists. For example, some people don't believe in God. They believe there is no God. So Quran asks them in chapter 52, verse number 35 and 36, God says that do they think they created the universe, the heavens and the earth, or they are their own creator? Or they think that we created them for nothing? So God means here, so we created them for a purpose. So this life, we will pass and we die one day. So we have a beginning and we have an end. So there should be a time. This time, every actions of human being is a test.
Right.
So now, if God is just, those people who have not heard the message of God, so their judgment will be different. But those people who have heard the message of God and they ponder on the Quran, it cannot be from anyone other than God, so they will be accountable. For example, God says in the Quran over and over, use your intelligence, think about that. So for example, in chapter 4, verse number 82, it says, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ غَيْرِ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِيهِ اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. So you do not ponder on the Quran. If it would be from anyone other than your Creator, you will find many contradictions, many discrepancies.
Yeah.
So if you look on the Quran deeply, beside it contains 1,000 scientific verses, morality, guidance, history, talks about past, present, future, but there is no contradiction, zero contradiction. For example,
The Bible's full of
yes,
contradictions.
in chapter 41, verse number 53, God says, سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق, which means that I show my signs and the horizons within themselves until it become clear this Quran is the truth. So now if you see the signs of God, how the sun rotates, which is mentioned in the Qur'an, how the moon takes the light from the sun. So it's mentioned reflected light in the Qur'an. And if you see the human organs, how the organs are functioning. Like if you injured yourself, so your skin heals it automatically after a few days, right? All these signs of God. For example, your eyes is better than a modern camera. So your kidneys, your heart is pumping a lot of blood. So your kidneys, so how it works, all these signs of God. But the moment these organs, the moment the command of God is taken away from a human being, the human being is dead. So we call it soul. The soul, many people asking about soul, God says in the Quran, they will ask you about soul. God instructing prophet through revelations. If they ask you about soul, tell them soul is the command of God. Now there is a verse, soul is the command of God, which, as I said, this soul we have in our body. So by this soul we are able to see, we are able to talk, we are able to fight. Now the moment the angel of death takes this soul from us, we are a dead person. You see this, you see same body, I am the same person. The moment this soul is gone, I am a dead person. I no longer talk, no longer walk, no, because the command of God is gone. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Many things is mentioned in the Quran. Yeah. It's full of guidance.
I will read it. One thing I like about Islam is that it's directly what led to like the European Enlightenment, you know, so it did bring a lot of that thought and that philosophy and that science, you know, to the European world.
Exactly. What prevents you to become Muslim, to accept Islam?
I'm just not religious, really. I never grew up with it.
You know, it's a concept of Christianity. I'm not religious and I'm a religious. In Islam, everyone should believe there is a creator. If they want that,
I live my life like there's a creator. There's, you know, not necessarily that I'll be judged, but, you know, good deeds on earth be good, you know.
But in Islam, good deeds, praying 5 times, fasting in the month of Ramadan, giving charity, going pilgrimage, these are the secondary. You know, what is the primary and very important for a human being to believe there is only one God, believing that God is our creator, believing that God sent messengers for the guidance of humanity, believing God created angels out of light, believing at the day of judgment. These are, you know, these belief make a person Muslims, and believing Prophet Muhammad is the last and final messenger. He's a human being. Mm-hmm. So this makes you a Muslim. What you are talking, the religious things, like it is the secondary. So first of all, so we as a Muslim, we believe there is only one God. So this takes you to paradise. If you don't do the obligations, like you don't pray or you don't fast, so it is not as much as the major sin. For example, if you start praying to God, not today, tomorrow, not tomorrow, after a week, but it takes time. You start your journey. But first of all, it is important to believe in one God, because life is not guaranteed. If we will die before we accept Islam, so why we should take this risk? We should go to hellfire.
I know, I hear you.
Yeah, that's why I invite you to Islam, my dear brother. If you believe from your heart that there is only one God worthy of worship, that God has no partner, and Jesus is a messenger of God, Moses is a messenger of God, Noah is a messenger of God, they are human beings, and you believe Prophet Muhammad is a human being, but he is the last and final messenger, if you believe it from your heart, so this makes you Muslim officially. Then I don't leave you behind. I invite you to a mosque. So there are, Muslims brother who get engaged with you, and they teach you how to pray, how to fast, but step by step. It does not come once. We don't expect a new Muslim to observe all the obligations together. That's why I invite you to Islam. If you repeat these 2 sentences after me, you officially become Muslim.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that easy, huh?
Yeah, that's it. So you don't need to be baptized. So we don't need to dip you in the water. So it's not like Christianity. The only thing that you repeat these 2 sentences in Arabic after me. There is only one God worthy of worship, and Prophet Muhammad is the last and final messenger. That's it. So if you believe it from your heart, not just you say by your tongue, it's not working. If you believe it, so this makes you Muslim, and you become officially Muslim. So if you want to do that, so I take your shahada, and then I provide you with my number. I take your number, and I invite you to a masjid. Then this is, maybe our engagement is not coincidence. My job is to convey the message, because we cannot force anybody to accept Islam. It's written in the Qur'an. It's written in chapter 2, verse number 256. La ikraha fi dini. Let there be no compulsion in religion. Truth is always a stance over falsehood. So truth comes to us. So that's why we are conveying the message of God to other people, to save them from hellfire, to see them in paradise with us. This is our message. So if you want to accept it, should believe from your heart and repeat 2 sentences after you. That's it.
Well, I'll read this and I'll check out the brochure and I'll see what happens.
No, if you want to accept Islam, you need to repeat with a Muslim. You can repeat it at home alone, but you can repeat it with a Muslim. It should not necessarily to be me, anyone, or him. So if you repeat, there's only one God worthy of worship in Arabic, because you don't know Arabic. We repeat, and Prophet Muhammad is the last and final messenger. He is a man. We don't worship him. He's not. He has no divinity. So this is why we invite you to Islam. Maybe if we don't see each other, Satan whispered to the minds of human beings, don't accept that. So then you start your reading, you have your copies of the Qur'an, and I provided you with my number. If you have any questions, so you can feel free to give me a message and want me so I come to you and also.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Do you want to accept Islam now?
I mean, I don't know if it'd be fair right now.
Yeah,
I could say it, but
No, if you believe it from your heart.
Yeah.
It is okay. If you don't believe it from your heart, it's not. I don't recommend.
Well, that's. I mean, I don't know if I believe it from my heart yet.
Yeah, that's why. So it's okay. Read the Quran.
I will read it.
Okay, please read it and go to.
I will read it front to back.
Okay, go to when it convinces you, go to a mosque and say I want to become a Muslim, or you can take my number. So give me a text message. I invite you. Let me write my.
In here.
Let me write.
Oh, yeah, right there on the back.
Yeah. ماذا تم قلم از اینجا؟ اینو دینید. بس نکن میره. Let me write in the back of the Quran because it's not good paper. My name is Ahmad, brother.
Ahmad?
Give me text message, and whenever you're ready to accept Islam. Thank you for your time, sir.
Hey, thank you for your time.
Okay, if you have any question, just give me a text message.
Thank you. It was awesome talking to you.
All right, thank you.